Hi friendos too lazy to Google this shit. I'm gonna teach you how to make fluffy coffee. Now, that was my mistake. I called it fluffy coffee on Instagram and I should have called it Delgona coffee or whipped coffee because that's what everybody else is calling it. I'm out of breath. This is like the most I've spoken in like a week. Quarantine is doing a fucking number. Yeah, this is my quarantine fashion, by the way. It's pretty good. I'm a curly haired person with bangs. I literally just woke up because I wasn't making good decisions before this quarantine, and I'm not going to start making good decisions now. So yeah, that's my hair. So I mean, they couldn't have Googled it, and they couldn't have looked up any of the other 1,000 tutorials. I guess they wanted it from me. Thank you. Anyway, I just woke up. I want some fluffy coffee because I want to work for my coffee. I want to make it hard for myself. For this recipe, you're going to need the shittiest instant coffee you can find. Like literally the most dissolvable coffee you can find. I've tried this with other coffees and it doesn't come out the same. I'm using Nescafe Clásico. Sugar, again, the most shitty dissolvable sugar you can find. And you don't... Stop pointing that at my chins. You don't necessarily have to get really shitty stuff. You can use organic things. It just doesn't dissolve as much. It's not as processed, I guess. So we're using granulated sugar. This is raw sugar, actually. Going to show you you don't have to actually use like super bleached stuff. A fancy cup, because there's no use to doing this unless you're going to be fancy about it. Milk and ice cubes. I only have long ice cubes because I only bought a long ice cube tray because I thought I was going to be working out more and I'm not. You know, because, you know, you have to put these in water bottles and shit. So you got icing cup. I'm going to put this in the fridge because we're not going to use it just yet. I'm not a child. I'm a bog witch. This is living in the big city. They've never lived in the big city before. And a big ass bowl. It's a 1-to-1 ratio and all this crap, so I'm actually using like my Hario thing. I don't know how much this is. Funny enough, I lost the fucking Hario, but I still have this cup. Oh wait. Okay, so it has 3 edges on the thing. I'm gonna actually use the 8 gram. So I'm using, because it has a little legend on the back. So I'm using 8 grams, equal parts of everything. Oh yeah, and the last part, hot water. So we're using equal parts sugar, equal parts coffee, and equal parts hot water. It has to be hot. It will not, I'm not saying it won't work with cold, but it has to dissolve. I'm also still a little jacked up because, warning, fair warning with this shit. It's strong. It is a lot of sugar, to be absolutely honest, and it's a lot of coffee. So yesterday I did the whole scoop and it definitely was enough for like 2 people. I saved some for this morning. And I usually don't get affected by coffee much, but this is like, I'm a little twitchy. Grab the sugars, put it in your bowl. You want a nice big bowl because you have to get a lot of air into your mixture. Cool. So we have our dry ingredients. And now I just have to wait for the water to get hot. How you doing? How's your mom? She alright? Nobody's alright. It's fucking quarantine. I've lost track of what day it is. The only reason I know anything is because I have to keep a light track so that I can keep filing for unemployment and push that through. Unemployment is basically the only thing giving structure to my life right now. Who would have thought? This is really easy because you just grab your hand mixer and do it. It's just easy if you use a whisk. The only possible way to make this hard on yourself is if you have none of those. And use a fork. I'm using a fork because, again, I am a bog witch that has been allowed to live in society and is still acclimating. I, for some reason, don't have, did I put my empty ice thing inside the freezer? And I don't have a whisk or hand mixer. I have a blender, that's not gonna help. Yeah, so fork. Now the thing with the fork is obviously you're not gonna get as much air in there because it's you and it's a shitty fork. But it is gonna still be a nice whipped consistency. But mine came out pretty nice, clearly, because you guys asked for a tutorial, so. Okay, it's probably hot. Cool. Yeah, it's hot. Anyway, equal parts hot water. Be careful. I'm gonna pour that bitch right on top of that coffee. Make sure it's nice and integrated. Woo, look at that. And just keep on. Whisk like a bitch. But because again, bog witch being allowed to live in society, the Baba Yaga relocation program here, it's gonna fucking take a while. You can kind of see it happening, you know? It's getting thick. Use the spatula to grab all the excess and force it down in here to where you're beating it. Okay, so that's an acceptable consistency. Again, you'd have a better one if you weren't me. Our nice chilled cup here. We'll take some milk. She needs some milk. What's great about this is it's pretty vegan, vegetarian, and whatnot if you know, just use any other milk. So there you go. And keep going. So dark in there. Okay, so once you got it pretty solid, force it into the sides there because it is going to want to like expand everywhere. Okay. Right in there. And that's how you have Delgona coffee. Or as my mom would say, Delgona coffee. Because my mom was doing that. Every time I'm like, Mom, we should go for sushi. Mom, I want to go to get sushi. She goes, sushi ni su chingada madre. Which, I have to admit, is a pretty fucking classic joke. That's a pretty good one. Boom. Just make it look pretty. And there you go. Fluffy coffee. It is rather tasty. I would suggest not getting a big old sip of the foam because it is strong. It is so fucking strong, it'll make your face pucker. If you're anything like me, I'm not used to Starbucks super sugary drinks. I would actually compare this to the Starbucks foam drinks, which are not vegan, so this is better than that. Definitely mix it up a bit and drink from the bottom up because this is gonna buck your fucking face. It is strong.